Let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy alike. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 will be bringing us a handful of new characters. So far, we have a total of 7 new characters coming into play here, as well as returning characters like KYLO, Rey, Rose Tico, Finn, Poe, Maz Kanata, and even many of the legacy characters like Chewbacca, Luke, Leia, and Lando. Now, I wanted to focus on the character of Rey, because these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film as we go through the principal photography stage and learn more and more about what's really going on. Now, these past couple of weeks, we've been learning a whole lot more about the different set designs, the set leaks, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc., one of which specifically has all to do with Rey and her new lightsaber that could very well make its way into the finalized version of the movie. Specifically, a description of Rey in a black outfit, with multiple troopers in front of her. She is wielding a lightsaber that is double-bladed with one side being green and the other blue. The hilt appears to be a fusion of Kenobi's and Anakin's hilt, however longer in length. So, apart from this, I wanted to examine this because I do have a little theory on why her double-bladed lightsaber would even be blue and green. Now, the blue side of things could have to do something with Rey salvaging parts of the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber and using that for her very own. It could be that she extracted the kyber crystal or whatever was left of that kyber crystal in Anakin's lightsaber and put it into her very own hilt. And also, maybe, somehow she finds Luke Skywalker's original green lightsaber from Return of the Jedi and what we saw in the flashbacks of The Last Jedi, extracts it and puts it into her new hilt, hence giving us a double-bladed lightsaber. If they wanted to do something like that, how would you guys feel about Rey finding Luke's original green lightsaber and essentially ripping it apart, extracting the kyber crystal out, and putting it into her own lightsaber hilt? Now, me personally, I feel like that would be not the greatest way to go. I feel like that Luke's green lightsaber should definitely remain intact. It should not be, messed with or modified or anything like that, right? And it's one of the lightsabers that a lot of the fans really wanted to see on the big screen in Episode 8, and hopefully we get more of it in Episode 9 in some way, shape, or form. But in The Last Jedi, we only got little glimpses, short little glimpses of Luke's green lightsaber. Now, if you guys read The Last Jedi novelization, you will learn that the Jedi's weapon, Luke's weapon, is actually stored away in some kind of structure on Ahch-To, where a lot of the previous ancient Jedi and their weapons and artifacts are stored as well. So it's widely assumed that his green lightsaber is actually not in the X-Wing submerged underwater, but actually, however, inside of a structure on the planet Ahch-To that stores all of the Jedi weapons and artifacts / relics that belonged to them many years ago. And now Luke is, the latest entry. So it could be that, Rey goes over to Ahch-To and maybe finds the Last Jedi, the Last Jedi lightsaber, or the Return of the Jedi lightsaber, I should say, by Luke Skywalker, finds it and does something with it. We heard a couple of rumors a couple of months ago that they were going back over to Ireland to shoot a little snippet for Episode 9. So could it be that Rey is going back to Ahch-To to find Luke's original lightsaber from Return of the Jedi? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that Rey should definitely find a way to learn of how to construct a lightsaber. I think that the best way to do this is Luke's Force Ghost essentially teaching her how to do so and providing her the tools necessary to develop one. Either if this is going to be through the Jedi books or Luke's knowledge, I think that they should do something like that. But as far as her using a double-bladed lightsaber, the reason as to why I think it does make sense here is because if you look at The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, you see how well she is trained, right, with the staff. I mean, if you look at her in The Force Awakens when she's on Jakku fighting off those villagers, and you do see her using it a little bit in The Last Jedi up against Luke, you can really see how maybe they're trying to set up these little tiny foreshadowing pieces in the sequel trilogy that Rey is progressing to getting a double-bladed lightsaber. It seems to be making sense. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.